In early BC, the first humans used the resources that they found in the earth and around them. Little did they know that some of the materials they were using are now considered plastic. One of the first natural plastics to be discovered was amber. Amber originates as a soft tree resin and is easy to mold and carve. Early humans used amber to make jewelry and other items. Some of the other materials used thousands of years ago were waxes, shellac, and tortoiseshells. These materials were used to make and decorate everyday items. For example, shellac is a flaky resin that is secreted from the lac-bug of India. Early man would mix the shellac with alcohol and it would become a sort of paint for their pots and dishes. The tortoise shells were used as bowls to hold liquids and food. Natural rubber was first found around the 1500s when British explorers saw Mayan children playing with rubber balls found from rubber trees, as seen in the picture. It was not until 1839 that Charles Goodyear and Thomas Hancock found a more practical way to use rubber. They patented the process of vulcanization, which is combining natural rubber and sulfur and then heating it to 270 degrees Fahrenheit. This made the rubber more durable than natural rubber. The use of the rubber quickly replaced the wooden wheels of wagons and carts to reduce the shock of the road's impact, providing a more comfortable ride for the driver and passengers. This discovery carries on to our modern-day tires. In 1938, T.J. Palouse discovered a substitute for gunpowder. It was called cellulose nitrate, or gun cotton. He found out that when you immersed cotton in nitric acid, it becomes heavier. Then, when it is dried, it becomes explosive. This replaced gunpowder during the Civil War because it has around 6 times the gas generation of an equal volume of gunpowder, and it produces less smoke and less heat. In 1863, celluloid was first introduced by John Wesley Hyatt. At first this was used as dental pieces because it was cheaper than rubber, which was used before. The ends of the hooks in the picture are made out of celluloid because it was strong and durable. That is also why celluloid was used for collars, combs, and other personal items. In the 1900s, celluloid found another use. It was used to make film strips and allowed people to go to the movies. But they soon found that celluloid easily yellowed and burned. In 1907, the first synthetic plastic was discovered. Dr. Leo Bleekeland mixed phenol and formaldehyde and found that this compound made a very durable substance when cooled. Soon enough, this first real plastic was being used everywhere. It was called Bakelite and became known as the material with 1,000 uses. It was modeled into radios, telephones, and many other different items. Next came the first synthetic fiber, nylon, which was made in the 1930s. Nylon was great because it could be used in clothes and to make women's stockings. Nylon was much less expensive than silk, which before this point was what the stockings were made out of. At the beginning of World War II, nylon was even used for parachutes and rope. Today, most of the clothes we wear are made out of nylon. In 1933, one of the most used plastics in the world today was invented. Polyethylene is a cheap, durable, flexible, and a chemically resistant plastic. It is also a soft plastic that has a milky but transparent color. It is used in dishes, squeezable bottles, and a number of other soft plastics, like grocery bags and packaging items. Polyethylene is virtually everywhere in today's world and is recyclable. Another synthetic material was polyester. It was made in the 1940s and in Britain. It was made from polyethylene terephthalate, also known as PET. It is well liked for its versatility and easy care. It can be found in almost anything from the fibers on your clothes because it is durable, holds color well, and is wrinkle resistant. Also, polyester can be molded into water bottles that we drink out of. Polypropylene was invented after World War II in 1950. This polymer was used to make dishwasher-safe materials because it melts at a much higher temperature than other polymers. It is also used in outdoor carpets because it does not absorb water. Then, in the 1960s, Stephen Kowalski invented Kevlar, We know Kevlar for making bulletproof vests, but it is also used in parachutes, sails, and other products. Kevlar gets its strength and durability from its long and tightly packed chains of atoms, so things that hit the vest at high impacts cannot get through. Still, Kevlar can tear, and things like knives are able to go through it. Nomex is another type of plastic material that is closely related to Kevlar. When Nomex and Kevlar are mixed together, they help to make fireproof clothing. These are what the suits that race car drivers and firefighters wear to protect themselves from burns and fires. Coming into the 21st century, plastics are found everywhere. One of the new types of plastics being looked into are conducting polymers, which are plastics that conduct electricity. These plastics are being used to replace silicone in clock radios, telephones, dashboards, cockpits in airplanes, along with many others. Conducting polymers are beneficial because they shield against electromagnetic activity. Their use is also being explored in electrostatic materials, electromagnetic shielding, conductive adhesives, and also making things like artificial nerves for the human body. High-temperature polymers are also being explored with. These high-temperature polymers are plastics that can withstand a higher heat but will not melt. Many times, these plastics are found with dishes, baby bottles, and other items that would need to withstand being in high temperatures. Plastics will continue to change the world we live in. We will find different ways to utilize and apply plastic, as well as all the other materials that we have in our use. Plastics are giving us new and better ways to improve our lives, and through this great material, we will continue to do so for years to come.